This is number 3 on the knowledge check. It's solving a quadratic equation using the formula. So the first thing that you want to do is write out what a, b, and c equals. So a is 3 because it's the number touching x squared, b is 4 because it's the number touching the x term, and c is -7 because it's the number by itself, the constant. Okay, so you guys should have the quadratic formula written down. It's also on your homework, but I'm going to write it in here just so that we remember. So x equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. So now what I want to do is plug in the numbers into their spots. So that means that instead of -b, I'm going to have -4, right? Because b is 4. And over here, instead of b squared, I'm going to have 4 squared. Instead of 4 times a, 4 times 3. Instead of 2 times a, 2 times 3. And instead of c, I need to put -7. Okay, so this is where using your calculator is really important. If I plug this whole thing, square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 3 times -7. And if you guys don't have a calculator at home, this is what I would do. I would plug, and I would actually use parentheses here, I would just plug 4 squared minus 4 parentheses 3 parentheses -7 into Google, into your search bar, and then click enter and it will tell you the answer. Okay, so if I did that, I would get, if I just plugged this into Google, I would get 100. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6. So there's my simplified quadratic formula. If you type in the square root of 100 into Google, it's going to tell you the answer is 10. So even more simple, I know that my equation is going to look like this. -4 plus 10, right? Remember that this tells you that there's actually 2 equations hidden inside this one. So -4 plus 10, and then divide by 6, and -4 minus 10, and then divide by 6. And I got 10, remember, from doing the square root of 100. So -4 plus 10 is 6, divided by 6 is 1. That's one of your solutions. -4 minus 10 is -14, divided by 6 is -2.3, repeating, and that's your other solution.